Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Brianna, and if you're new here, welcome. Today is a much awaited video. No, it is not a Stoney Clover updated collection. That is coming. I just do not have the head to do that right now, but we are going to do Stoney Clover items I would never, ever, ever sell. Now, I have been shopping Stoney Clover since 2019, and my collection has grown exponentially since then, and I also have items that I have sold that I thought I would never sell, but ended up just feeling like my style was changing. I just want to adjust this. Felt like my style was changing, or maybe I didn't really like that item anymore, or didn't have a use for it anymore, or liked something else that the brand came out with. I think my most recent Stoney Clover video was almost from 2 years ago, so I definitely have to do an updated one because the collection is completely different. But one of you did give me the suggestion for this video, and I actually filmed a very short clip of it on for Instagram Reels and for TikTok, but there was only so much I could say in that clip, so I did want to do a full sit down. There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, it's interesting. So let's start out quickly with the things that I had mentioned in that video. First up is my large Felicity. First up is my large pouch from the American Girl collaboration Stoney Clover did in the end of 2021, and this is actually something that I bought from, I think, one of the Facebook groups. It's a Felicity print, which is my favorite print, though Felicity is not my American Girl. Molly is, and we'll get to that. But I bought this because the print is just absolutely stunning. I cannot get over this print. But it had the letters sewn on, and it obviously says books, and I do have some books in here because if you didn't know, about 3 hardcover books can fit in a Stoney Clover large pouch, and I just keep it on my bookshelf there, and it's just a really beautiful display, and I just think that it just looks so gorgeous, and I just love it so much. I'll never get rid of it. It's one of my all-time favorites. Also in that video, I mentioned my large cozy pouch, and this is in the hazelnut Sherpa with a large pearl heart sewn on. This I got customized, and I think this was from the first round of Cozy in 2020. This is a huge large pouch. I mean, the large pouches in general are very, very big, but I find the cozy one to be extra big because it's so malleable, flexible. It's very soft in not just material but in shape, so you could stretch it a little bit more. It's filled with stuff. I literally use this as a junk drawer, but I love it so much. I've sold some cozy pieces over the years that I thought I would never sell, but this I feel is unique. I don't have that many large pouches. I think I have in total maybe 4. They're not something that I go for a lot, and I've had other large pouches in the past that I've sold because I just wasn't feeling it, but this is one I don't think I'll ever get rid of. It's just really cute, and it's very aesthetic looking. The other thing I mentioned in that video is the Bloomingdale's collaboration. These are actually filled because these I keep in my work bag, but I I'm a born and raised New Yorker. I used to shop at Bloomingdale's all the time when I was little. I would go with my mom, I'd go with my aunts, I'd go with my grandma. Used to take us all the time to Bloomingdale's. That's where I would get my juicy tracksuits. It was a big deal when we went to the one on 5th Avenue for the first time. I grew up, I had one of they sell plastic little brown bags, PVC material, and I used that as a lunchbox, in high school. I love Bloomingdale's, so when I saw that they were coming out with this, there was absolutely not a question, not a doubt in my mind that I was going to get it, and I wanted a combo. So they had the little brown pouch, And then they had the small and then a large brown pouch. I wanted the little one because it's so cute. And then I bought the little brown bag patch to put on it. And then I bought the checkered print small pouch, and then I have the Bloomingdale's Fifth Avenue with the taxi. You're gonna notice New York and taxi is a theme in this. I don't know why. We'll explore that later. But yeah, I just love it so much. I love that it's neutral. I mean, if you know, like Stoney Clover they do neutrals, but to have a neutral collection is quite a big deal. They love their pinks, their pastels, and I mean, so do I. But when there's a neutral to be bought and it's limited edition, I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, I love this. And I would say these are probably at this point like some of my most used pouches because I use them every time I go into the office. Also in that video, vegan leather flat pouch. I used to be flat pouch through and through. I am still a member of the flat pouch fandom. But I have sold quite a bit of my flat pouches because I just wasn't using them. And also, I sold a lot of my Love Shack Fancy collaboration that I had. One, because I was very overwhelmed by, which you saw in my last video, which is I think what inspired this, Stoney Clover I've sold and why. I just felt like my style was changing and I didn't want all like the florals and stuff, but I also just wasn't using the flat pouches as much as I had once done. So I only have a few left, but this is one I'll obviously never sell. Honestly, who's gonna buy it? It says Royally Pink. That's who I am. That's my brand, my blog. I bought this during the pandemic, so it also like holds a little bit of a special place, which sounds weird, like we're like trauma bonded, but it's guava. It's the guava vegan leather flat pouch. Guava is discontinued. It was replaced with bubble gum. And which I think this is a bubblegum letter. I honestly don't know. I think so. Yeah, these look very strange colors. Hold on. Yeah, I have actually no idea what colors these are. But anyways, I bought it because, and this is like a fun little story and like TBT, during the pandemic, Zoe and one of her friends who is like they're no longer friends. She's like no longer in like the Stoney Clover community. If you watch Zoe Docus, you know who I'm talking about. They were on a live. Kendall went into the live. Kendall is the owner of Stoney Clover. And basically gave us like a 20% off discount code, which they never do. And obviously this was back in 2020. So Stoney Clover was not as big as it was now. And I immediately like just customized this and bought it. And I love it so much. And I'll never sell it. But yeah, I think this is bubblegum, which back in the day was hibiscus. I think this was probably around the time of the tropical collection. I think this is flamingo. I think this is guava, and then there's lilac. Yeah, but they look, and flamingo. Did I say flamingo? I don't know, but either way, I'll never sell it. And then the last bit that was already mentioned in that video is this clear open top. Stoney Clover gifted this to me. So it's in the Blanc color. It's been barely used because I want it in pristine condition forever. So back in 2020, when I was like constantly posting about Stoney Clover, like that was when Stoney Clover really came to be and like the community was formed, and like I have like online friends that are like in the community that I met through Stoney Clover, that it's actually so much fun. But that's when like Kendall was doing SCLU and we were like in Zooms and there was book club and there was like all this stuff. So I was like really an active member of the community. And that year for Christmas, Stoney Clover sent out PR packages to their like best customers and like some like influencer types, and I was one of them. And I remember I was like the first person to get it delivered because I live very close to Stoney Clover's warehouse. And I was like, I didn't order anything from Stoney Clover. Like, what is this? I literally started crying. It was like the sweetest thing in the world. and it has my initials on it. These are like OG puffy iridescent letters, and you have the little reindeer. They're sewn on. I think they're sewn on. I actually never checked. Yeah, those are sewn on. And it came filled with ornaments and Stoney Clover hot cocoa goodies, and it was just very meaningful, and I loved it so much. And I will never get rid of her, and I like literally don't even let anybody touch this. Like, my mom is always like, can I take this away with me? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. You're gonna get it dirty. So that was everything that was mentioned in that video, but I do have some more things, so let's get into it. Speaking of open tops, I have this flamingo open top. It was my first, yeah, I think it was my first open top, because I do have a black one up there. That's the Lily Sadoogie and Stoney Clover collab. It's just plain noir. I guess we can also include it, like, I'll probably never get rid of that. But I customized this right before all the Love Shack fancy stuff went away, because it was a limited edition collab. This patch is me in a patch. Oh my god. No matter how many Stoney Clover videos I make, I will constantly mix those words up. But it's Love Shack fancy with a taxi cab, New York, with the yellow and like some florals, and it's just absolutely stunning. And then we have the Love Shack fancy crowns. Now these crowns I have had on a few things. I have a few that I'm like, I hoarded. I think I got them at the sample sale a few years ago. I like went digging for them. I'll never get rid of them because Stoney Clover doesn't have a crown that I love, and obviously like my brand is royally pink, so I need all the crowns. But I just think I got this customized by Stoney Clover. I didn't attempt to do this myself. It's absolutely perfect. It is also like hardly used because I'm so nervous about dirtying it, but it has the mirror, and I just keep my dust bags, my Lily Sadoogie dust bags in here, and some scrunchies, some Stoney Clover scrunchies. I like switch out my scrunchies when the seasons change, so eventually I'll have to, as we get further into spring and summer, I'll have to change these. But I'll never get rid of this. It's like, because it's my favorite patches of all time, so she's not going anywhere. Speaking of Love Shack, so I had a vision for a pouch, and I could not get it out of my head. So, as I've said, born and raised New Yorker, I never plan on leaving this city. You are going to have to you have to like drag me out of New York kicking and screaming. I love my city so much. I love what New York represents. I love the history. I love just everything about it. And I love like classic New York landmarks and classic New York vibes. And obviously a taxi is a vibe. Like yellow taxi is a vibe. So when I had this idea for this pouch, I went bonkers, like looking for it. So first up, we have on the back, this is a lemon small pouch. I don't know if lemon is still available. Stoney Clover discontinued lemon and lime, which were two colors. So this is lemon. I don't have anything lime, but it was like a neon green, and they are in the process or have already gotten rid of those two colors and replaced it with banana, which is a really beautiful pale yellow. But this is lemon. So I knew I wanted it to be on lemon. So we have, these are the old New York City patches that were exclusive to the Bleecker Street store. I think they are different now. But we have a taxi and we have a Metro card. So I knew I wanted those. And these were, I think I bought these specifically for this pouch. Then I went looking like a madwoman for another one of these patches. I think I looked for a year and I finally found one, and I had paid way too much money for it. I don't care. Look at how freaking beautiful that is. I will never ever get rid of this. This might be my favorite pouch of all time. Oh, I love it. I love the yellow. I love it. I have to go into the city like on like a casual day, not like when I'm commuting, and like do a photo shoot with this because I love it so much. Also on the Love Shack train, I had I don't know where I got this from. It's a Buttercream Mini. Buttercream is like one of the best colors I think Stoney Clover's ever done. It was originally in the fall 2020 collection with sparkling cider and pistachio and pumpkin spice. They brought it back for the next year, which was après ski. And I think that's when I bought this. I think I like grabbed or like I bought it during a sale. I honestly don't remember. But I grabbed another mini, well no, I don't have any mini buttercream pouches, but I grabbed a mini knowing that like eventually I was gonna want to create something with this. So it's like a beautiful pale white cream. It's a buttercream color. And I have this Love Shack Fancy New York patch. This is from the first collab with Love Shack back from like 2019. It's a New York State map with the little heart where Albany is, or I actually don't know. It probably is Albany. However, it honestly might be in Rochester where Stoney Clover Lane, like the actual street, is. So I don't know. And you have the little like rose background. So I saw this patch on Poshmark or Mercari probably last year, and I was like, oh, like done deal. I think I paid way too much money for it. I have this on another pouch that is a Love Shack Fancy pouch from the first collaboration. I think it's like the blue and roses one. And it has this on it, and it has the patch that says Fancy. Also from the first collab. I think I got it for my birthday in 2019. So I'll never get rid of that, but I don't have it right now because my mom has it. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, perfect. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put her, but I'm going to save her for a rainy day. And then I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect combination. And it looks so beautiful. It's like so chic and sophisticated. And I love it so much. She will never leave my hands. Okay, I guess let's just like get all the New York stuff out of the way. So I will never get rid of this. This is a sand small pouch with the it was exclusive to the Bleecker Street store. You have a bagel and a donut embroidered. I think it's a bagel. It's either a bagel or a donut, or it's both, and a coffee cup. I don't really have that much sand in my collection, which is strange because I love neutrals, but I don't know. It just, I don't have that much core, if you haven't noticed. And like once we go through the full collection, you'll see most of my Stoney Clover stuff is limited edition items, so, and from collections. But the story with this is that last year in February for Zoe's birthday, Zoe Docus, I talk about her in every single Stoney Clover video. Like, it's a little strange, but I digress. This isn't going to be the last time I mention her. She was having a trunk show for her brand Park and Beach that sells bracelets. I think another kinds of, no, just bracelets for now. Yeah. She was doing a trunk show at Bleecker Street. I think I had the day off, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna go. She's my favorite influencer. I felt like I knew her because I followed her so closely, like in the pandemic, like that. So it was like 2020, so beginning of 2022. So we were like emerging. And I just was like, I'm gonna go. It takes me like 30 minutes to get there. I drove, I like illegally parked. I ran in, met her, bought a bracelet, and then I saw this on the shelf, and I was like, oh, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that I'm not going home with this. So I'll never get rid of her. I love the embroidered. It's like the one embroidered piece that I do have. And I mean, this is like New York in a pouch. We have a coffee, we have carbs. I love it. So yeah, never getting rid of her. Let's keep going with embroidered, because I just lied. That's not the only embroidered item I have. I have these two, and I will never get rid of these. This, I forget which one. I think I had this one first. So this is sparkling cider from the fall 2020 and fall 2021 collections, and I think I bought this in early 2021, and it is a embroidered small pouch that's has the word makeup on it. So this is what I use when I travel, and all my makeup fits in here very nicely. And then they did a few different things. So they had a pouch that said makeup, and then they had, I don't know if they had one that said skin. I didn't get it, but they had one that said charge for the chargers. And this is for all your chargers and technology and electronics and all that jazz. This is pumpkin spice. So then you can see you have like pumpkin spice woven in. It's so pretty. I got this at the sample sale in 2021. And like I saw it, I grabbed it, and I travel with this all the time. All my chargers fit in here very nicely. It's perfect. So I like that I have like my dedicated pouches that just stay in my closet. They're not in like my regular collection because I don't always need them. And yeah, I love them so much. I'll never get rid of them. Sticking with the theme of the fall collection, of the fall 2020 collection, I have this now. I have it is a buttercream small, and I have all of the fall letters, so, and they spell out the word meds. So we have pistachio, buttercream, pumpkin spice, sparkling cider. I did not sew these, I did not get these sewn on. I usually don't get my Stoney Clover stuff sewn on. It's very rare that I do. But I stuck these on myself, and she's just having a moment, but it's okay. I'll glue her back on. But I felt like I needed a place to put all my medicine because I have a desk that you've seen before, but the drawers are very small, and I have a lot of medication and just like medical things. Not even medical things, just like stuff to make me like feel better. So I have like, I'll take my prescriptions out, but it's mostly just like tissues and vitamins, and well, this is my migraine medication, but then I have like my migraine patches. So it's just like a little thing that I put all my extra meds in. I don't travel with her. She just kind of sits in the crevice of my bed and my bookcase, and I love the buttercream. This is like a personal storage solution for me, and I love it. Okay, we'll do American Girl. So as I said, I loved the Felicity print. This was what I bought when the collection launched. I bought the vegan leather flat pouch in the Felicity print, and I put a little bee on it. I use this a lot. I would say this is my most used flat pouch. I use this to put my iPad in when I travel, or if I'm just like keeping it on my nightstand, or just like taking it from like my house or whatever. And I love it. I just love this print so much. This feels like very sophisticated, very chic to me, and it's just the cutest print. Now we have other American Girl. So when the collection launched, I loved the Felicity print and I loved the Samantha print. However, I knew that I was going to have to get a Molly print because Molly's my girl. I did not have Samantha when I was younger. My sister did. But I appreciate all of my American Girls. But I loved this print so much. It's a pink and gray and white plaid, and it's like very reminiscent of Samantha's dress. Obviously, I loved the locket patch, so oh my god, I can't. So there was like no way that I wasn't getting this. What do I have in here? Oh, I have all my Invisalign stuff, or Smile Direct Club. But yeah, I love it. I'll never get rid of any of the American Girl stuff. I do have an Addie flat pouch. Oh my god, this face and eye teeth. That I love it because it's pink, but it's like not my favorite. Like if I did have to sell something, I would, but these are all items that you would have to literally like pry out of my cold dead hands. And then finally we have Molly. Molly's print is not my favorite. It's red and green and blue. It's just like not my vibe, but I love Molly and I am Molly, and Molly was my girl when I was little and I love her so much. So I had to get it. I got the little head pouch. Oh my God, head patch and her camp patch. And I just have this little pouch, and I have some of like my planner stuff in here. And you won't catch me selling this. Okay, last two items. Jewelry boxes. So this is the Park and Beach collaboration that Zoe and Stoney Clover did back in Christmas 2021. They just released a whole collection, which I do have a small pouch of, but like, as much as I love that, I mean, that mini pouch, it's a mini pouch, oh my God. As much as I love the mini pouch, it's not something that like I would say I would never get rid of, but this is because this was like the first, and it's a unique product for Stoney Clover, but it's just a little jewelry box. I have all my Park and Beach bracelets in here. It says Stoney Clover and Park and Beach. And I just love it. I love the velvet. I love the stars. It's just like adorable. And it's like a really cute decorative piece. Then this year when they released the Valentine's Day collection, they did another heart-shaped jewelry box. So this is a boucle material, which is so me. Like, oh, I love boucle, but it's also like the white and the pink and the purple and the gold. It's so beautiful and I love it so much. And it has the bubblegum suede interior, and I just keep my silk scrunchies in here. But like, I'll never get rid of this. I love it so much. It's just, they're like the cutest things in the world. And yeah, I think that is it. I would say probably like an honorable mention, which I'm too lazy to get up right now, is I have a flamingo mini duffel with flamingo pearl airplanes on it that I use constantly whenever I travel, and I probably would never get rid of that. But honestly, like, I never say never, because I thought I was never going to get rid of my Love Shack fancy duffel bag, and I did. But these are things that I just mentioned in this half-hour video that I will really never get rid of. They're my favorites, and I love them so much, and I love Stoney Clover, and I love all of you for watching and for being like my enablers. But yes, so thank you again for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Let's chat Stoney Clover in the comments. I'll leave as many links to this stuff as I could below. But a lot of this stuff isn't available anymore, but I'll see what I can do. Make sure to go follow me on social media, read my blog, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.